I'll go get him back.
I start when Arx is ready.
Yay! Welcome back. I'm
I've
sorry.
summoned him.
All right.
I'm sorry, Atlas. I'm just being a pain tonight, apparently.
No, you're good. I'm trying to play into the joke.
All right.
Well, then I'm just dumb.
Okay, let's go
Yeah,
ahead
that's fine.
and.
It helps contribute to it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about my Leon live tweet. I'm gonna need you to give me like. I'm gonna need you. Tomoe, I'm gonna need you to give me like 5 minutes to be a fucking idiot before you start making fun of me.
I'm about to start talking in tongues.
Damn, getting mocked.
Tongues.
Yeah.
It's what I exist for.
I'm gonna start talking in Latin and summon something.
Meow.
Summoning.
Now
What are you
summoning.
summoning?
Your mom.
Wow.
I don't know yet.
He said it. Summoning your.
Okay, I'll shut up. Sophia, I'm sorry.
Why would I want to summon her?
Okay. I'm just gonna send.
I mean, why not?
She's a bitch. Like.
Alright.
You can't say that.
You can't say that on the internet. It's illegal.
Oh no, I can
That's
because she
mean.
is. I don't care what. Okay, and she left me. She can fuck off.
If I could ask Sophia a question, please.
Yeet.
Oh, you're already
All
live?
right.
Yes. What is the question, Arx?
I was going to ask if you were to assign an alignment to Lyra.
I
What
believe.
would that alignment be?
Didn't I already do that? I thought I said like true neutral.
The only reason I
Natural.
ask is because the note on that has mysteriously vanished. That is why I asked.
Yeah, I think true neutral because Lyra's a lot more level-headed than Sophia. Sophia would be at this point in the story. I think Sophia has shifted to more chaotic neutral. Like he only cares about his own. Like he'll help other people if he's able to, but he's prioritizing the people close to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like your cat?
No. Also, Christoph.
Are you sure?
Christoph in chat. Hi, how you doing? Hope things are going good for you, buddy.
Hi, Chris!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
Hello.
Okay, I'm actually gonna be right
I
back.
didn't know we were live on someone's side.
That's it. I'm going
Yeah.
live too. No.
I probably shouldn't have said what I said about my mother then.
That's it. Get the 13 swears off. Go.
The 13 swears.
The 13 swish.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm
You're
gonna.
be honest? How honest are you gonna
Mhm.
be?
Honest?
Uh,
What are you being honest with?
I was just trying to be funny with trying to snore for a second about joking about being tired, but I mean,
Okay.
meh.
All right. I am back.
Lost
I have
interest in the gag.
put my cat away. We are good to game. Hope everything's going well. Also, Lumi, your stream is live, so that means no more swearing from any of you. Watch your watch your watch your
Wait,
heckin'
no,
language.
I am live.
No, I don't want
I'm
to watch
not-
my
I'm not
heckin'
live.
language.
Oh wait, actually,
Oh,
Be live. I never pressed go live.
oh wait, actually, hold on. Hold on, that was the wrong channel.
I guess
I was watching my
I'm
channel.
gonna be real. I have a feeling swears are going to be shared.
Shit.
I was
We-
gonna do Bing Bang Theory
Blah,
like
going off.
We
If
gotta
anything,
I was
I'm just
gonna
gonna watch it for like the start of stream.
we gotta ration our swears.
Aw, if we have to ration them, I was gonna do a Bing Bang fucking like this.
Well, if Lumi's not live yet, then the answer is yes. You can still swear.
Yay!
Swear, swear, swear.
Wait,
Swear.
Sophia, do Sophia, do the thing that you did before.
Oh,
What's
the
the thing?
the fucking.
What the thing?
All right, one sec.
Thing.
What's the thing?
Rat shit,
Thing?
bat shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes tied in a knot. Hooray! Lizard shit. Fuck.
There you go.
What?
Why do you sound so like similar to the guy though?
I may have practiced it a bit too much.
Bruh. Oh, look at you.
But-
Practicing.
I know, right? Unheard of.
Practicing.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Practicing. Who
What's
needs
what's
practice?
next? I'm actually gonna put in effort.
What's practice?
Wow, you actually practice? Wow.
No, I'm just naturally gifted. You know, kind of born with it. You either have it or you don't, sweetie.
What?
Yes.
I'm gonna make Sophia. I'm gonna make you my personal problem tonight.
Oh no.
What does that mean in this context? What do you mean?
What that mean?
What do you think it means, Sophia? Hmm?
I don't know.
Wait.
I don't know.
Okay,
What that means.
to verify what you said, Sophia, I'm going to make you my personal problem tonight. Is that what
Yeah.
you said?
Yes, that is what I said.
I don't know what that means, Tomoe, and that's what scares me.
What that mean?
The thing is, in that context, it could mean a copious amount of things, and
Mhm.
half of them are funny, 2 of them are worrying, and the others are just okay, I guess.
Okay. That being said, Lumi, are you live yet? Have you gone live?
Is the direct dungeon manager ready?
Did
I
you
didn't-
did you say Gungeon?
You almost had it.
What?
Direct dungeon manager
Dun-
master?
You mean the dungeon master?
No, you know what? Nah, I'm the dungeon manager now.
You're the dungeon manager.
I'd like to speak to your dungeon manager.
Oh wait,
Please hire me.
The
Wait,
directed
wait.
dungeon
That reminds
manager?
me of a game that released. I think it was by Goblin Studios or whatever. And it was basically you played as the boss of a dungeon, and you were its manager.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that game. Fun stuff.
Now that's all I can think about.
Well,
yeah, it was a
I'm ready
hilariously
to
amount
kick
of fun.
some butt.
I'm ready to kick some ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of ass.
I'm here to kick gum and chew ass. And I'm all out of ass.
A lot of ass. Yeah.
Fucking dick.
Okay,
pic.
that's it. Lights, camera, action.
Oh no, I feel it slipping away.
Lord. My
live.
Oh, whoop.
words.
Oh, whoops, I opened
Oh,
my
man.
PayPal.
Back in the virtual world.
You gotta put
D&D.
some money
Wait,
into the spare
wait.
jar now. That's why the PayPal
Wait.
showed up.
Action, camera,
Wait.
lights.
If you say, did you just say the virtual world? If so, when are we gonna get our Digimon?
Wait,
I don't know. When
What?
are you gonna get the Digimon?
there's Digimon?
Oh my!
Where?
Where?
Digimon,
Digital monsters.
Okay,
Digimons are
okay.
the champions.
Alright. Guys, let's lock in for this. It's time.
We're gonna lock in.
Oh, fine, I
I'm
guess.
logged in.
Like, all right, fine.
I'm ready for my shift.
Nope,
I guess
nope.
you're just
I'm not-
I
nope.
guess.
I'm not
Aaron?
feeding into the bit. I'm not feeding into the bit. I'm not feeding into the bit.
What do you mean you're not feeding into the bit? Hmm?
Nothing. Shush up.
Ready for my
No.
Okay, let me just double check my stream sources, make sure everything's good. Yes, they can
10 minutes
see.
early.
Yeah, nice. All right. So, illustrious DM Sama
I have
Senpai.
to, remember, I have to go finish up the chips.
The chips?
I gotta finish up my chips.
The chip.
Chips.
Sorry, I was talking with a coworker.
I
We
had
finished
yummy
early
yummy.
because we're being kicked out of the store early tonight because the MIC tonight wasn't supposed to be here, and he was kind of forcing the role, so he's gonna be kicking us out early.
Also, Christoph,
Yeah.
if you're still in chat, I'm glad you're having a good day / whatever, and thank you for the well wishes. If you're not here, I'm sorry I didn't get to your message sooner. I intended to, I just kept getting sidetracked.
Just like our quest.
By the
Yep.
way, Sophia, Arcs, if you're interested, Christoph Gray here is a new voice actor or someone new in the voice acting community.
Oh, nice. Welcome.
I'm in 2
Hi.
servers with them. They're very nice to talk to.
Hooray! I love cool people who are fun to
Hi.
talk to.
Pleasure to meet
That is
you.
always a
Volver.
bonus.
I hope you enjoy my mediocrity.
And mine.
Mediocrity.
Shush up, you're a professional. You're not allowed to degrade yourself, only me.
What? I'm lost.
Only
What?
you?
I'm the only one allowed to
What
make
did you
fun of
say?
you.
You have permission.
What?
Only Sophia has permission.
Only Sophia can be degraded, apparently. All right.
Correct.
You just
What?
walked into that. I'm sorry.
What's happening?
Well,
I'm
here's the
so
thing.
confused.
Jokes on you. I'm not a voice actor. I can still degrade myself. Haha.
Shit, he's right.
Not on my watch.
I mean, heck, he's right.
He's right. He got us.
I can't believe it. I have to
Shall we
I have to ban
begin?
myself. Okay, I'm
right,
derailing the whole
all
thing.
right,
I'm sorry.
all
I'm
right.
sorry.
People. Control.
Derail.
That's not something we have.
No control.
Look, we've had a lot of things happen between last session and this session, so it's makes sense that everyone's a bit all over the place. Even starting this has been wild.
Meow.
So, with that being said, is everyone
It's
ready?
time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Who said no?
Lumi, what do you gotta do?
Yes.
Go on. Okay. Look,
I rolled a nat 20.
I'm not.
let's
I'm
go.
not feeding into it as a bit. I'm genuinely asking if it were. If you're fine, then let's just keep going.
Yeah,
Let's go.
we're good. Let's do this.
Okay. And Focat, I assume you're fine.
Okay.
All right.
He's fine.
Nice delay.
I'm ready to
But
launch
fine.
beam.
I rolled a nat 20. It can only go downhill from here.
Yeah,
Why
that
must you
usually
try to
is-
rob?
This is usually
Why
how
are you
that
trying
goes.
to? Why are you trying to rob our luck?
It's too late. It's over.
That's
Anyways,
Tomway's job, not yours.
recap or where are we?
What am I supposed to rob?
Where we at?
I will do a recap in a second.
A
Main thing
second.
going on right now is that I myself am preparing some of my notes.
Yay!
Wait.
No.
You guys
Notes?
are waiting on me.
Yay, paper
Supposed to take
and
notes?
pencil.
Christoph says, thank you. I'm
Notes.
blushing. I can't wait to see how
Is there a
D&D
test on
works.
this?
Tomoe told me about it. Sounds really fun so far, but I've never seen gameplay.
Technically, in the new rule set, the 2024 edition of the rules, every check is technically called a test. So yes.
Pop quiz. When did Noodle Boobs die?
Well then,
Pop
In a
quiz,
very
what's the name of the ancient people that you're supposed to be learning about?
let's
Say what
see.
now? There's ancient people?
Had a feeling.
Ancient people.
Is it?
I can forgive them for getting the plot because it's been so many weeks.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. But here's a hint, it's in the title of the campaign.
The Olten Passage.
There's a title for the campaign.
Yes.
Yeah.
The audacity of these
Oh.
players.
The audacity
Anyways,
of your
recap.
mom.
Recap. Oof.
They're called the Oltens. Either way, with that random little bit out of the way, and generally my notes are fine to work with. I can bring up more of them as time progresses. Let's go ahead and have a small recap. Last time, in the Olten Passage. Combat. Lots of combat. We had been jumped on all sides by that of strange, writhing undead limbs, while trying to save your dear companion Hutchis from an uncertain fate. After some quick thinking on all sides and a small rush strategy employed by that of Sophia, the puppeteer behind these undead beings was defeated quite promptly. Though she did attempt to bring Natsu down with her, she failed spectacularly as Natsu's wounds were quickly patched up. With the death of this strange woman, many of the remaining limbs that had yet to pass had gone inert. And past that, a very peculiar Hutchis has been recovered from a side room, his body covered in black veins. After that, the small echo of Lyra could be heard from outside of the cave. And with that, we shall resume.
Yay!
Spooky.
Yay.
Spooky. Wow.
Okay.
So how do we get back up to the boat?
Spooky.
If I remember correctly, didn't I throw down a rope? Or did I just
You
dive
wanna help
in?
me finish up the ship?
You
Did I?
dived in.
Oh. Yeah, no, I used the rope to try and save people.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I mean, it was a really cool save.
Mm-hmm. You guys had all managed to get in without getting jacked up in the slightest.
Sophia just doing ballet with a lasso.
Hurrah.
Swan dive.
Okay, so
Regardless.
let me think. So Lyra was calling out to us after we had finally secured Hutchis, and I believe Keely was giving Natsu first aid, basically, like healing her wounds, like
Yeah.
more and more. Okay, so there wasn't anything left
Yes.
of that lady who I sacrificed, right? Like she didn't have any
No.
trinkets that she dropped. No.
Nothing was left behind from her person.
Ah.
Unfortunately.
Well, I really hope she wasn't carrying anything useful.
Thanks,
Yeah, definitely.
Forrest.
Definitely not.
He's gonna.
Although
He
alternatively,
definitely didn't have any nice loot that would have been good for you, but, you know.
if she was carrying good stuff, Manny will probably be all the more appreciative of my efforts in his name.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I looked down at Hutchis, and you said he's got black veins, right? Like that was a detail that was
Yes,
mentioned.
he has black veins all across his body. Sophia, looking at these veins, I'm not going to roll for this, but you have an uncomfortable flashback to the loss of Noodle Boops.
Oh, that's right, he did. No. Oh no. Sophia looks very apprehensive upon seeing the veins. Like it's not subtle at all. He looks very distraught at that sight.
Hmm.
Can I could I do an arcana check? Like, do I think there's anything magical going on with this? Or is the situation familiar enough that I know that it's something different?
I'll let you roll me an Arcana check to see if you can distinguish any sort of magical happenings going on. I would also accept a medicine check if you want to try and figure out what's going on with Hutches's self.
I'm gonna go with Arcana.
body-wise.
I'm gonna go with Arcana because it's yeah, I have a proficiency in that, so it's actually good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm doing Arcana. All right.
Can I medicine check
This
then?
is a special one for you, Christoph. First roll of the night. I hope it's not a nat one again. Hiya!
Not
Let
one.
Sophie do his thing, and then I'll tell you if you need to do a medicine check there, Kaylee.
I don't think I know anything.
Spooky.
I got a 5, so it's a 10.
Oh,
10 total.
10 total.
Oh.
I knew it was gonna be a low
So-
roll.
I knew it was going to be a low roll too. Because I've sucked all of your magic dry.
All of his luck.
Yep, all of your luck.
wait, did
It's
you
not-
roll an Arcana or medicine?
Arcana.
Oh, okay, never mind.
My medicine's a +2, so I went with the Arcana because it's a +5.
Because okay,
At least it wasn't a nat one.
You're playing with fire, saying such things.
Well, that's me.
You see
I
what?
mean, this is the life of your dear companion here. Yeah, that's a risky thing to be towing around with.
You see
know.
you see what I have to deal with, Christoph? This is what I have to deal with. She wants me dead.
Wow.
No, I
Your
don't.
companion.
Why would I want you dead? Hmm?
She may not want you dead, but she wants you to fail.
So on my barbarian class, we have to do the these book reports and stuff. But I did my last book report.
Just gonna
Yeah.
mute that
Okay.
for a bit. Deity, you can send a message when you're free.
Okay, so I'm assuming with that Arcana check, I don't figure out anything
Mhm.
substantial.
Well, hold on. So, Sophia, as you're looking over Hutch's, you see these veins, you feel his body. It's almost cool to the touch. Not cold, but like a little bit less than lukewarm.
So it's like chill, like not super chill, but
It's
like
chill and
enough that if you like
yeah.
pressed your hand to it, you'd be like, "Huh, why is this cold?"
Mhm. Just looking over and with this, your knowledge of the process of directly changing a living being to an undead, like maybe this could be following those lines, though you have no idea how far along the process would be. You've got no idea, like even if that is the case, how you might go about undoing it. But you're fairly sure he is in the process of being turned.
quick question. He's with the party,
Turned.
right?
Yeah, everyone is together in a group.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of circled around Natsu right now.
In
Medicine
that
check?
case, so if we're all there and we all see this, could Atlas check with his priestly nature to see if there's a way to fix this? So wouldn't that be a medicine check?
I mean, so you're trying to consult your more religious knowledge to see if there's a solution to this?
Yeah, either religious or medicine.
I mean, it depends on what approach you're going with here. Are you more trying to diagnose Hutch's here to properly figure out what's going on, what ailment is affecting him, or are you more relying on that of your knowledge of various rituals and religious practice to possibly purify that of Hutchis and his situation? Like, what angle are you going with here?
Given the nature of this, and also we're given the nature of Atlas and his knowledge, because he's not that like spiritually knowledgeable, so I would have to say medicine at that point.
All right. I will, with you wanting to do that, Killy had mentioned earlier that they wanted to do a medicine check. So
Oh, okay.
I will go ahead and have you give the help action to Keely, and with that, Keely, go ahead and roll me a medicine check at advantage, please.
Woo!
Uh,
Advantage!
I
As
just roll it twice.
Help action.
yes, you roll it twice.
Yeah. Help
As you and
action just gives
Atlas
you advantage.
are, as you and Atlas are working together to try and diagnose the
That's not a
problem.
good first roll.
Oh no,
That's a
not
nat
this.
20.
Woo!
Nat 20
First nat 20 of the night! Let's go!
from a
Second nat
2
20
to a
technically.
20.
I'm happy I did the advantage.
I'm going to
something in my
persuade
bones.
the black veins to go away.
Years luck.
you wish that's how it worked.
I give all the luck that I receive
I'm so
to Achilles.
So, this is an interesting conversation that two of you have. As Atlas, as you start looking over Hutchis, Keely, you quickly make note to Atlas a few of the things you've already noticed just looking over Hutchis is you've seen the process of someone turning into an undead before, though usually it's never done to a living person. Usually it's a corpse. And such things have a lot of easy-to-tell signs, from dark veins, slight movements, that of loosening of joints, if it's still experiencing that of rigor mortis. There's a lot of small things that you're already aware of for this process. But with these comments, Atlas, you're able to better piece together how undeath works here. As unlike where you're from, undeath seems to be a direct opposition to general life. And as such, what's affecting Hutchis here might be closer to what could best be described as maybe not even something magical, but maybe just more of a standard illness. And going past that, if this is just some kind of sickness that can eventually result in death and the subsequent undeath of a person, you're fairly sure you could figure out an antidote or way to fix this if given enough time and knowledge to get the requisite resources.
at that point, I would do vapor.
So, all right. With you guys going back and forth, I would say for your own interactivity, it can be fun to play through these little scenes. But the moment has passed for future reference.
Dang it.
I was going to say stuff, but I wanted to let your explanations of everything go through.
Well, hey, if you're going to say something, go ahead.
Sophia,
Time to persuade the black veins to go away.
Sophia in this context would as distraught as he looks, he would look to Keely and be like, "Please, tell me there's something we can do."
There is little we can do right now.
Keely, come on. You worship gods, don't you? There's got to be something we can do for this.
Of course,
Possibly.
deity is muted and can't respond. Oh.
Oh no.
No!
Slightly
Yes,
distracted.
he's distracted. Oh no!
Hmm.
The pausing.
Oh. Apologies.
No, you're fine.
So, Ellis would just be stroking his chin as he's like, as you see him like scanning over his like the body, and he's like, no, there's something to be done. Just time and correct medicinal components needed to be acquired.
Are you certain?
It's the only thing that I am certain of is that it's not of ritual. It seems to be more based in illness, not in unnatural magic.
If there's anything we can do, I'll do it. Kind
Well,
of.
first things first. Like we should get this. We should get into a clean area.
Yeah.
Yes. I suggest we leave the caves.
What a phenomenal plan. Let's get out of here. Sophia says as he, like, hoists Hutchis up on, like, over his shoulder. And begins walking towards the area where he dived into this cave.
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell from looking at Hutchis like how the lady got him like this, or
With that Nat 20, I will say that looking over Hutchis, it's not immediately obvious, though if you were to give a guess, just based off of the lack of external means, probably forced him to swallow something.
The voice acting is so cool. Thank you, Christoph. You haven't seen anything yet, though.
Oh, you've not seen anything yet. Speaking of not seeing anything yet, Natsu.
Yeah?
Mhm. As you are
oh, the map's up.
on the ground, still recovering after the stunt that woman tried to pull. Thankfully healed up a good bit thanks to the efforts of your companions. Still wounded, but not dying at least.
There's two
As as you look around, you see just leaning up against one of the cave walls, the short, stout figure of that of your father looking over you. He looks concerned.
Dad?
Hi, lass. Every time I come and check in on you, you seem to be in another set of peril.
I know, right? Always getting myself in trouble.
I wish I could help you up, lass, but, well, this whole form ain't exactly the most corporeal of things.
Well, I almost died again.
Well, either way, and you need to stop scaring me, lass. Your constant dying is not good for your old man's heart. I'd suggest you get up and maybe you look after your friend. He seems to be in ill health.
Yeah, seems so. I don't know what those black veins on him are. They're kind of weird looking.
It looks like the curse of undeath to me.
The curse of undeath?
Aye, you know zombies, right? You know, weird corpses that walk around trying to bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're victims of the curse of undeath. Your friend there is in the process of succumbing to that.
Is there a way to stop the process so that
Aye,
it
plenty.
doesn't?
Let's just hope your companions know enough about how to remove such things. It can be a bit troublesome. Past that, maybe tell your other friend who's kind of staring off into space right there, as he motions over to Kira, and maybe have them take a look around. I mean, this place was, some, wizard types abode. I'm sure there's many types of goodies you could find around these grounds.
Yeah, I bet there is. But I wonder what.
Well, then,
Mushroom.
if your companions are good enough at healing your friend, then maybe you should assist, your absent-minded companion in searching the place.
Absent-minded.
I can't keep a straight face.
Absent-minded.
Suddenly, Sophia appears back in the room. By the way, there were 2 atlases here. I know I saw them. You can't fool me.
I saw
I've
double.
disappears
double
back out.
atlas.
Why?
Wait. I'm sorry. What about 2 atlases?
Yeah, there were
So,
2 atlases.
We found where your other Atlas token was. It was sitting underneath Keely, I think.
Oh.
Why was there double atlas?
No clip.
Because the Atlas was missing his token, so I added in another one. And then when Keely moved his token just now, we figured out the first one was just underneath Keely's token.
Well,
You
hey, that
cheeky.
Well, I have good news.
Come
I just got off
on.
work.
Yay! Now I can scream into your ear for oblivion.
Okay.
man.
I'm absent-minded.
I was looking through the
Where am I?
corpse. Totally not teabagging it.
You died. So,
I think Kira's gonna check in with Alex and Natsu.
mhm. So, as is happening, Natsu, you feel that of a very tiny paw just on your forehead, like lightly bapping you. Hey,
Didn't you say?
Hi!
Master Kira, I think she hurt her head. She's talking to ghosts again.
What?
Didn't you say Alex hardly made it through with like
Yeah.
a sliver of health?
Yeah.
So he's kind of like still fading in and out.
Yep.
I don't think I hurt my head.
I mean, you were talking to that wall and there's no one there.
Well, I was talking to my dad.
Uh,
He's not really someone you might be able to see. Unless you
I'm
met
sorry.
someone.
I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't know.
No, it's fine.
Alex flutters over to Kira. I'm sorry. I didn't know that she thinks her dad's here. Is he dead?
No, I don't think he's dead. I think we just can't see him for some reason. Some kind of otherworldly type magic, maybe?
Oh.
Man, I love it when Sophia the context machine is nowhere around the main party.
Maybe he is dead.
Well, he's the reason why I got these nubs. See, kidda?
He's around. We just can't see him.
The nubs. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's the first thing I noticed about you. That might
Pretty
be...
cool, huh? I
Yeah,
can poke
crazy lady.
people
that's
with
what...
it.
That seems to be why your presence seems familiar in a way. Like you're one of the Fae.
Well, I did spend a good portion of my life in the Fey realm, but I don't
I
remember
mean-
much at all.
Oh no, Master Kira. To me, her aura reads of something darker, though I can see what you mean.
Huh. Anyways, that was a rough fight. I'm glad you two are okay.
I'm glad you're okay and safe as well. I was worried about you guys.
Seems like you. I'm trying to remember what happened. Oh yeah, didn't you run past me?
Yeah.
I zoomed up. I zoomed forward.
Mm-hmm. She went real quick.
Seems like you were in a hurry earlier, but I managed on my own somehow.
Don't mind me, I'm just giving myself
With
a
this.
new token.
He kind of motions to puts his hand on that scroll. This seemed to help me out a lot. It seems like I could do more with it.
I'm just glad I'm not dead.
Right.
Me too.
I'm glad you're still alive, Alex.
Alex gives a nod as they have a brief moment where they give just almost the cutest little as they sneeze and briefly blink out of existence for a second.
The spores. The spores got him.
Not the spores!
My God.
The spores are deadly.
It's the beginning of The Last of Us. The campaign takes a drastic shift.
Oh no! That means we're gonna be written by Neil Druckmann. No! What a horrible fate!
Hey, why does this zombie suddenly look like a clicker?
Here's clicking sound. I gotta get out of here!
What's all this mushroom? Use all like spores everywhere.
Are these spores dangerous? Are they edible? 'Cause I'm starving!
Can I examine the body? Wait, or did this one turn to dust? I
so-
don't remember.
That wouldn't turn to dust from what I remember.
Yeah, that one did turn to dust. You can still sift through the ash if you wish.
Dang it. I'll find another body.
All right.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
look through
we're
the
missing
ash.
bodies, aren't we?
Yeah, because you unexisted a few of them.
Yeah, you kind of were amazing,
to
and
pro-
it did them a dead. Or a life?
I forgot that happened.
Your god straight up removed some of them.
Yes, we healed them to death.
It's
I don't
hilarious.
know if
I
that's
love
what.
it.
Actually did heal them to death.
Though
Wait.
that one big AoE from Deity was a bit less heal them to death and more something else.
I'm going.
Death
I
them
was,
to
I was
death.
going to say it's more like, you know what? I'm going to like just use an eraser and just erase their existence.
You're no longer part of the fight.
You have been audited.
Either way, so meanwhile, as you are, you guys are checking bodies and looking at mushrooms. Over to Atlas and Sophia. As you guys make your way back to the entrance of the cave, you see that the roaring waters outside seem to have almost calmed slightly. There is still a funnel leading downwards, so the water is not nearly as violent. And weirdly, it seems a lot clearer than you recall. Rather than this pitch black murk, it almost seems to be a shimmering blue.
It seems the lady had more control over this place than we first thought.
Not like it matters anymore. She's food for Manny now. By the way, Atlas, do you
That's
have
what
any...
that thing was called.
Oh yeah, that's my patron. Don't worry about it.
Patron. I've heard that word before.
Bas-
Oh, contracts. That was loosely described to me.
Yeah, basically I do things for him and he gives me power. That's the long and short of it.
Further. I'm not going to inquire further, mostly because a friend of mine said usually people who do that are bad, and you don't seem bad. So some information is not adding up here.
Sophia turns to look at you with like a degree of confusion, just like, what about me makes you think that I'm anything but bad?
He points to the obvious, like he points back, like behind you guys, like behind us, and just like the obvious care.
Sophia turns back in a huff, like, you don't know me. Walks away.
No.
Who do you think you are? You don't know me?
Atlas kind of follows him as like, I know that look. I knew someone with a very similar look.
Yeah,
although he was more suicidal.
Sophia stops for a minute as if to think. Give it time, I'm pretty sure I'll be similar enough.
Well, according to him, he saw like a vast many times of people dying before him before he became like that. You seem different in the good way.
I mean, I've killed a lot of people. Not sure.
That's tomato. Everyone kills someone at some point.
You know, everyone kills someone at some point. Golly.
Oh, look! The baby is taking his first life. So Saphir walks forward and is just like, well, that's pretty tragic for him. You know, rip to him, but I'm different. And he looks to...
Everyone is different.
He looks to the area where, like... this water is, like, shallow, right? Or not, like, shallow, but not, like, super deep.
Yeah, it's about knee height, really.
Okay. So Sophia will get out to, like, right here-ish and look up to the opening that he dove in and be like, Lara! You got any rope?
I was going to say, as you guys are discussing, you do see that of a lone rope sitting up top of the surface of the water.
Oh. Never mind, I found it!
Found the thing!
You found it?
So Zephyr begins, like, making his way towards the rope. And is, like, as he's moving along, like, towards the end of the rope where he can start climbing up, he's, like, slowly wrapping Hutchis in the rope to kind of, like, drag him up after Zephyr gets to the top.
Speaking of which, while we're here at, like, the entrance of the cave and everything, can I see if there's, like, any, any helpful herbs or mushrooms or stuff for herbalism? For medicine?
Roll me a... Let me think for a second. Roll me a survival check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, that happens. Let me sift through the
total.
zombie.
Mm-hmm. Gilly, if you're looking through the ashes of the zombie, go ahead and roll me a investigation check, please.
He's investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Investigating.
Also a 60.
Woo! Everybody gets good rolls, but me.
Woo! It's because of me. Because I take all your luck.
But the
I
whole
steal it for
world
myself.
going.
continues. The world continues to spin in
Ashes.
its natural
More
order.
ashes. Ashes.
The holy people be balling.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Atlas, looking around, you find this cave has a lot of herbs and mosses and a few mushrooms that you just don't recognize, which, as you think about it, entirely makes sense.
Ah,
You're not from here, none of this would really make sense to you. But
God.
I am going to let you roll me a nature check.
Okay.
We're going to see where that goes.
Let it be.
Meanwhile,
Right.
Keely, as you go and search through the ashes of the zombie, you
Ash.
find
More ash. Ashes. Ah. What's
Looks
this?
like he really likes those
You've-
ashes.
you find amidst the ashes 3 silver pieces.
Why am I getting so much silver? Jeez.
Because
I'll
silver
take it.
attracts you.
I'll take it.
Here comes the
Silver
money.
star.
He's rich. He's rich.
We're rich. We're rich. We're rich.
Mhm.
In gold, I have 65 in GP. Yeah.
Nice.
That's good enough for me.
Mhm. Back over to Atlas. Recalling your general knowledge of herbalism and just general plant life, you can kind of surmise some of the plants in here, at least, what they're probably like, just comparing
Mhm.
them to plants you know.
Uh-huh.
But admittedly, it's not a great system to work off of, considering, again, different place,
Yeah.
different world.
Hmm. Hmm. So,
At most, you find one plant that you're fairly sure is probably an equivalent between here and home, being that of a small patch of this yellow moss.
hmm
Back home, this is called sun moss. Over here, no idea, but it looks similar enough. It carries a similar
Okay.
smell, similar look, kind of fuzzy. Originally, sun moss back home could be used as an anticoagulant, while usually there's another type of plant that grows around sun moss called mooncaps. And while you do see there are mushrooms growing near this moss, they look nothing like mooncaps. But mooncaps were typically used to deal with more abstract problems back home. Stuff of a
Okay.
more magical nature. It was a prime alchemy ingredient.
In that case, due to a lot of these questions and how these people seem to know a little bit about stuff, they may not be great at defending themselves half the time, but he's going to take essentially all of that he can back, like into his pouch, and then in hopes that they have like books or something on that ship to help like understand which of these are which.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's kind of smash grab.
Sorry, so you'll start stuffing up your bags.
Sorry, I'm dying a bit.
Back over to Natsu in Keeley. I'll get to Kira next. Natsu, I noticed you went over to where Keeley was.
I did. I want to join him in digging around the ash.
Well, over here it's less ash, more corpse.
Corpse ash? Who cares? It's a body. They must have something.
All right. Well, Natsu, would you like to help Keely search the corpse?
I would.
Okay. Keely, go ahead and give me an investigation check at advantage, please.
I give you all my luck, Achilles. I am giving you luck.
Heckin' favoritism.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that, and these lucks are going to be hot.
Oops.
13.
Okay, then. I was worried for a second, but all right. Looking through this zombie, you don't really find anything. And just to go ahead and speed this along so that we don't spend an eternity and a bajillion and one checks just checking bodies, we're going to condense body searching into a singular check.
Infinitely
All right.
stuck searching
Okay.
in the game.
So it's just to help keep the pace of the game going because we don't want to spend forever looking at bodies.
But we
True.
like looking at bodies.
Well, you can do
I
so in a more
understand that,
efficient
and
fashion.
And if there's anything interesting, it will be noted.
Okay.
But
Puts hand into corpse.
looking around, the few remaining bodies that are around, and just the piles of limbs. While you don't find any direct gold pieces, you do find that of old jewelry.
Ooh.
You find that of a few, rings here and there. You find a wedding band or two. That you're fairly sure you could probably sell this off later. But to go ahead and give you notes for what to actually add to your sheet, you found 3 gold rings and 2 silver rings. You can put that in your other possessions.
Is
See
that
all
for
these
both of
shiny
us?
things? We take those.
And where do you put possessions?
Other possessions. Natsu, don't be adding that stuff to your inventory as well, because then we're going to have a doubling up of loot.
Wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm. But now over to Kira, who has mysteriously made their way over to the entrance of the cave.
He was gonna say something to Natsu, but she left.
Oh.
So he's
Sorry.
just gonna like look at his hand before he starts making his way, and then there's like this orange and blue orb that appears, and he's gonna say, "Spirits of the Fae, thanks for helping me out earlier." And usually, I guess there's a little thing to that, but yeah, we'll see. So he's just gonna make his way. Let's get out of here, Alex.
Right. Alex is just resting on the top of your head.
Looks like you had a
Hey.
rough time, buddy.
Yeah. By the way, Lumi, remind me that me and you need to have like a one-on-one D&D type thing. As I feel I need to expand your horizons.
One-on-one?
His brain must
Yes.
expand.
Expand.
I feel like we need to help you get a better idea of what your character is like.
You can't
Something like
hurt.
that, actually.
Yeah. The only reason I'm saying it is because
Actually,
every time you act, you seem confused.
Actually, I was so used to I was so used to Calico.
Had a feeling. Me and you are going to have a one-on-one thing.
But anyways,
All right.
he's making his way out, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, as you go ahead and start making your way out, I'm gonna cut back over to Sophia. Sophia, at this point, you and Hutchis have made it back aboard the vessel.
Freedom!
As you're making your way aboard, Leia is already waiting at the top, seeing you with that of a clearly ill Hutchis. She just makes the comment, "What in the world happened down there?"
You know, I really wish I could tell you, but I will be completely honest, I have no idea. There was a person, there was undead, we alived the undead, and then we unalived the person making the undead, and I offered her as ritual sacrifice.
The minute you said alive to the undead, you could tell you lost her.
Look, it makes perfect sense if you know what happened. I see the issue.
Okay, well, hey. On the bright side, you don't seem nearly as beat up, though the black fluid draining from your lips is a slight sign for concern. But hey, looks like I don't need to patch you up this time. That's good.
So Saphir like raises a hand to his mouth, like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And like wipes his chin. Does he see black liquid? I'm assuming it'd be from Hutchis, but he's just kind of confused right now.
You would see black liquid, and thinking about it, that would make sense with the burst of necrotic energy that the woman released.
Oh, right, the big blast that almost killed us. Yeah, that also happened.
That could have killed you. Thankfully, pretty much everyone saved the row, and the person who didn't make the save had a thing to get out of range.
Yeah, I could have really been dead. But then again, that's been the rest of this mission, so moving on from that.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
Regardless, as you're getting back aboard the vessel, Atlas, you and just your biology and your extra set of arms, you're quickly able to just make your way through the water and climb up back aboard the ship, just manually.
Yeah,
like,
I
you
just
look
swim
to
up.
get up to the boat, and then after you're there,
Yep.
you just scale.
Yeah.
Regardless, as you go and get aboard, Lyra gets surprised for him as Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
it's
is a helpful plan.
I thought for a second we had another weird shark jawbone skeleton thing.
yeah. You see, plenty of things sound
Not
weird when you
that
say them
skinny.
out loud.
Like, Atlas looks at himself and he's just like, "I'm not skinny."
Lyra slowly looks to you with just utter confusion. What?
Said skeleton.
Skeleton?
Right, you weren't around yet for that when that problem happened.
Right.
You came around after.
Right, yeah, no, that was before we found you in the box.
I don't understand how a skeleton can be made out of shark jaws, but you said skeleton and I'm not skinny. So
It wasn't. It was quite massive, actually, but regardless, what happened besides, aliving the undead? Is everyone else okay?
Oh yeah, they're all
yeah.
fine. They're all fine. They're just taking their sweet time getting back up
the
here.
little lady nearly died, but it was a good. She's
Oh
fine.
yeah, she did. Again.
I would say I'm shocked, but that would be a lie.
Yep. And that's why you're not getting much of a reaction out of me. Either way,
So that's a common occurrence.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
Got it.
So, with that being said, I'm gonna need you to do your medicine stuff, Lara, because Hutchis is, yeah, he's gonna be like those things down there, I think. That is, like, approximately what's happening, right, Atlas?
Essentially, from what I can surmise, giving him a look over, is it seems to be some type of illness that causes this, but it seems to be almost of a natural illness.
Like catching a cold.
Essentially.
Yeah,
But
so your
this is no
medicine,
cold. This is
your medicine should be able to heal this, right?
I mean, I don't think I have the requisite materials on me.
I found a lot of these. He just kind of dumped out all, like, he opens up his bag essentially and shows all the things he grabbed that he could get his hands on of herbs.
Oh, okay. Okay. First things first. Take all of that. She points over to what you thought was sun moss, and toss it overboard now.
Is this not sun moss?
No.
Sophia just, like,
I've
kicks it
never heard
overboard.
of sun moss.
Ally just scratches his head and like, okay, you guys are of this world, not me. And he just throws it out.
Okay. So you didn't know, and that's fine. But that is what a lot of people refer to as trap gold. And it's a wonderful little moss that likes to grow in, dark aquatic caves. That has a wonderful little effect that, every, couple of hours it emits a very fragrant, highly deadly poison. If anything, I'm surprised you all are still kicking. If there's more of that down there.
I saw patches.
Yeah, Atlas, thinking back on it, there's a lot of it near the entrance. A lot in that big old entry chamber.
Yeah, there were most all the there were mostly patches at the entrance. Yeah.
Okay, so by this point, Sophia has, like, laid down Hutchis, right? Like,
Yeah, at this point you've made it aboard. Hutchis is laying down on the floor.
Okay. So in that case, Sophia, upon hearing that there's a bunch of probably poison in the cave, just like, here we go again, and jumps back overboard into the hole.
Poison.
We'll take care of the little one. He yells to you as you plunge in.
You better.
All right.
I love that. It's like,
Atlas just shrugs his shoulders. I guess it's time to get to work.
Well, as you start diving back down, Kira, you start making your way up. As, hey,
Makes his way
Natsu
up.
and Keely.
Hello.
With a fitting cough in mind, do you both mind rolling me a Constitution saving throw?
sure.
Finally, the in-lore
Double
dying.
checking. It is +6 with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Natsu, you can do it at advantage.
Ooh, which is
You get to do the dice roll again and choose the higher number.
yeah.
Do it.
Nat 20!
Easy.
So 26 is
Only,
the first one.
only nat 20s.
It's Narab, my husband. You've arrived in chat. I'm just kidding, man. How you
Go
doing?
with the first one. That was 26.
Yeah, so you got a
Welcome.
nat 20.
What happened just here?
Really?
Welcome,
Wowie.
welcome, Narab. How are you doing?
So, Keely, I assume you're here, right? Oh, I see you texting in chat. Nice. Keely got a dirty 20.
Nice.
So we have a
Easy.
nat 20 and a dirty 20. How fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dodge
Oh,
the
how
dodge
fitting.
the poison.
Narab, I'm good. How about you? I'll tell you how I am, Narab. I'm sobbing in the corner. I'm sobbing in the corner because everybody is rolling higher than me.
Look, Tomoy is the guardian of luck, and she has to get her luck from somewhere. You happen to be the luck battery.
Skill issue. How dare you, Narab?
Don't worry, you replenish.
The luck
Eventually.
battery.
I thought you.
You're
Draining.
I thought we had
You're
something
the
special,
equivalent.
Narab.
You're the equivalent of a luck-filled Capri Sun.
Yeah, you're my little battery, Sophia. I'll just take and take and take until you roll in that one, and then it'll give some back, and then it'll take more.
I am the
She
giving
is a
tree.
luck vampire. You are her blood bag.
I am the giving tree personified.
No,
You're
my
the tree
blood
made of money, but only Tomoe is getting the money.
And then I'll just give it away, and then I'll take some more, and I'll keep it for
Regardless.
myself.
As Gilly, as you and Natsu are here, there is the briefest moment in which you you catch the faintest whiff of what kind of smells like rotted almonds.
Ew.
And
Gross.
the minute you smell this, you're, due to your just general natural knowledge, you're fairly sure that that is that of a rather potent poison for that of Danger Gold. And with this in mind, you are quickly able to go and, cover up your face to prevent yourself from breathing it in. Natsu, you finally smell this stuff, and while it's definitely not pleasant, you're fine. It doesn't smell good, but yeah, it's just a weird smell that's wafting through here.
We should
Built different.
probably leave. The stuff probably isn't good or safe to breathe in, Achilles.
As you are all experiencing this, Sophie or Kira, as Kira, you're making your way up the ladder, you see as Sophie has just dived back down and is now going back down, I said ladder, down the rope. You're going up the rope, Sophie's going down it.
Hi, Kira, bye, Kira.
Oh, it's the guy with the green hair.
That is that's the only notable character trait I have after everything Kira has seen.
He's still like a stranger.
Hi, bye.
I think he might have forgotten your name.
Ugh. Maybe I should have just gone down the rope instead of diving in. Kind of forgot to breathe there.
Well, Sophia, thankfully, due to that of your goods, you make your way through the water quite easily, as you do have a ring of swimming.
Yeah, I do.
Ooh, look at you. You got a ring of swimming.
But now that you've made your way into that of the cave, hey, do you mind rolling me a Constitution save?
Oh, a con save. I'm good
I
at those.
swear I'm not gonna do anything this time.
I
I'm gonna keep my
Don't do
mouth
it.
shut.
okay.
and
Tomoe,
Don't
I'm
drain.
not gonna say anything.
Tomoe.
She's gonna drain.
I have a
all your
+5 to my con save, and I don't have proficiency in it. So if I fail this roll, it's all your fault.
It's not my fault, okay? I said I'm not gonna do anything. I
Anything
can't
but a
control
nat
what the
one.
dice rolls onto.
All right, here we go. Con save. Whee!
I'm not gonna look.
Oh, come on. That was a 14 on my screen.
I mean, it wasn't a 1, right?
I swear
didn't even
I
look.
swear to you that was a 14 on my screen, but it gave me a 4.
Oh, 4 plus 5.
I had my hopes. They were up and then they were dashed. I was like, finally,
Yeah,
a decent roll.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry, Sophia.
It's okay. I'm only gonna die a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All right then. So let me just
Sophia, how dare you?
Narb, shut. I see. Terrible luck seems lore accurate for me. How dare you? Just because I die a lot in repo does not mean. You know what? Never mind. It does track.
Alright. So fair.
Tell me how dead I am.
So as you go and make your way into this chamber, you seemingly didn't really grasp the gravity of what Lyra had just stated up top, and Atlas's comment that a very dangerous type of moss is down here. As you make your way into the cave fully prepared, as quite unfortunately you take in quite a nice breath of poison. Kind of smells like rotted almonds. As you are going to feel an immediate burning sensation in your lungs, experience that of 32 poison damage, and you're also going to suffer the poisoned condition.
Cool. I'll just add that to myself right now. There we go. Poisoned, and I took 32 points of damage.
Your lungs feel less like they're on fire and more like you inhaled glass.
So Fear's like trying to stifle his
You
breathing
inhaled
while at the
glass?
same time he's like clutching at his chest, being like and then he is going to retreat into the water.
He's going back.
He's gonna get to about like right here at this length of the rope, and he's gonna he's going to attempt to take a breath and see if he can muster like even just keeping himself composed.
Go ahead and roll me a raw con check. Though unfortunately, since you are poisoned, that is going to be at a disadvantage.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Are you sure you want to give me disadvantage? The game's already doing it for me.
That is exactly the
I
game
just
is giving you
I mean
disadvantage.
in a general sense, not a mechanics sense. You know what I meant.
What? No,
Don't
no, I
drain.
didn't. No
Don't
idea.
drain the luck, Tomoe.
I swear on my life, I'm not doing anything.
Okay,
this time.
Narab, if you're listening, I'm gonna need you to be my good luck charm because I cannot trust Tomoe apparently.
I'm sorry. Okay.
The luck
All right, here
draining
comes
battery.
here just two con checks at disadvantage. Oh, that's a nat 20! No! Oh, it's only gonna get worse from here. Why?
Oh,
Alright, in before nat 1 and I just
One.
die right here.
double nat 20.
That's a 3.
That is an 8 total. All right then.
Arts, it
And
doesn't have to be this way. You have the power.
I do have the power, don't I?
He's got
I have the power to make this so much worse.
I mean, I was joking when I said throw out all my narrative stuff and just kill me, but you know, if we're doing this.
No.
Tomoe, you did this, Tomoe.
No, I didn't. I didn't do
You
crap.
So, Sovir,
Just tell me I fall unconscious and then I start drowning. It'll be
no.
poetic.
No,
Not the drowning.
I'm going to offer you a devil's bargain.
Here it is.
oh,
All right, lay it on me. Hit me with it.
Mm-hmm. I will allow you to take that nat 20 and use it
Mm-hmm.
on the condition that when I have a certain NPC give you an offer,
Mm-hmm.
you have to take it.
Is it a specific offer or whatever their next offer is?
It is a specific one, and I believe you are already aware of it.
Well, it's either this or death. I'll take it.
All right. Then it is done.
The
So
pact has been
as-
sealed. The contract is binding.
This is gonna end up well for me. I just know it.
But as you make your way into the water, you have a brief moment as your lungs feel like they're being pierced from all ends. As you're struggling to inhale, before rather suddenly you feel a slight warmth from that of your glove. As for a brief moment, the pain subsides just enough for you to be able to get a full gasp of air in, allowing you to, go up the water without issue. Though the pain does resume as you are swimming. Quickly, you do manage to make your way back up the rope as you see Lara, kneeling right next to that of Hutch's with an atlas close by. And Kira, you've been back aboard the ship for a moment. Lara at most looked over to you and said, "Welcome back."
Damn, I feel bad just walking past Sophia now.
In your defense, you couldn't have known what was about to happen.
True, and he's like not. I guess not really like. Doesn't really think of him like. Of course, not like how Calico did.
But so far you've made your way back aboard in quite a lot of pain.
Yeah,
As
Sophia
Lara
like
looks to you. She's like, I said to come. I thought for once.
They're still in there. Oh, it was like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's the poisonous gas that the gold stuff makes. Like, it builds up in caves.
Saphir is just like on the ground, retching and clawing at his chest, like, get this out of me.
It's
I've got good news and bad news for you.
Cool.
Good news is it'll eventually wear off as your body flushes it out of its system. Bad news is that you're going to be experiencing this for quite a while.
Define a while.
The shorthand, maybe a few hours. Longhand, next week.
Atlas gives a sigh as he just looks over at this coughing man while he's while he looks up from Hutch's, helping this lady mend him.
Mhm.
As he essentially he quickly goes up, places his hand on your forehead as he casts Lesser Restoration.
Good stuff.
Oh man, I wonder what that does.
Stop. It
What
cures
does?
blinding, poison, and other stuff. More importantly, is you're not dying anymore because that's too long of a time to wait for you to be not dying.
Hooray! No longer the poison.
So, Sophia, as you are just on the deck, kind of writhing in pain, there's a moment in which, through tear-filled eyes, you can see Atlas approach as he just quickly kneels down, places a hand on your forehead, says what he stated, as for the briefest moment, your vision is like covered in like just red for a brief second, as you can faintly hear the whisper of a woman go, That's not right. Let's remove that, shall we?" As suddenly, just you could take a breath and inhale. Your chest hurts a lot, but you can breathe.
Oh. Oh, why? I hate everything. Oh. And also, whose
Maybe
voice was
listen to
that?
words of warning. Oh, wait, you heard? Oh,
Yeah, I heard a voice that said that's not right, and I was like, "There's a lot not right here. You're gonna need to be more specific."
so you can hear my mom's voice.
Oh, great!
Your
Huh?
Somebody else
Mom?
with invisible parents.
Oh no, she's very much real when she wants to be.
Didn't say she wasn't real.
She
Just
has
said she was invisible.
Now the best way I can understand it, giving things, just yes.
Cool. You and Natsu should be siblings. And Sophia just like lets his head fall to the deck of the ship.
It should be siblings.
So, as saying this, meanwhile, back in the cave,
back in the cave.
Natsu and Keely.
Yeah, how are our two dungeon divers doing?
We should
So-
probably leave.
Keely's just going la 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 la.
I'm fine.
All right. So, from the sound of things, the two of you are leaving the place.
Yeah, I would like to live.
All right. So, with that, you both shall leave the zone.
Leave.
House.
Yay.
As you guys go and leave, there is a brief moment as you're leaving, as you finally reach the water. You hear from up above, the sound of Lara going, "Hold on, did we get any information about those old people that Mr. Glesmine wanted us to find out about?
No.
Weren't we supposed to find out about that here?"
Yeah, a lot of
find stuff out.
a lot of things kind of went wrong in there, Lara. I'm sorry, but we can't control the dead becoming the alive.
But I had grown to understand you'd already removed all of the dead, thus making most of the cave explorable?
Correct. However, as you stated just now, there was a bunch of poison in there. So it's probably
There's
better that
there's a
we
lot of
got out.
poison. This is going to be
A long and
You know
arduous
what?
task.
I'm just going to leave it at frustrating.
Good enough for me.
As she says this, Lyra looks back down over the side, seeing you, Natsu and Keely, you both making your way up. You two all right? Or do I need to start figuring out a way to patch you guys up as well?
I think I'm good. I think.
Sophie's still doubled over on the ship deck, just like holding his chest, like ow.
Sophie, are you okay?
Stop whining.
Shut
Yeah,
up!
why
You're
are
not.
you whining?
You're not the one with glass in your lungs. Oh.
Why do you have glass in your
Fine,
lungs?
baby, as he casts a healing word at second level just to freaking stop you from whining.
Did you swallow the glass?
The word is baby, by the way.
How dare ye?
You tell someone baby and just their wounds heal up. Oh, that's great.
Healing word?
yeah, healing word.
Sophia,
how much does he heal, by the way?
15.
15.
As you speak that word, and Sophia like jumps up and is like, "Hey, I'll have you know that I feel much better, actually."
It still hurts because I believe it's about half the damage you took, but yeah.
A little bit less than half, yeah.
Yeah. The pain is a lot duller, thankfully, but it's still present, but
Oh, I thought I was. Hey guys, I gotta eat. Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you all. Hey, have a good one, Christoph. Enjoy your food. You must consume.
farewell, Christoph.
Food.
You must consume.
Consume the food.
You must nom.
Nom.
You
But,
must
uh,
nom.
Nom nom nom.
But Sophia, upon Sophia like getting up from like his chest no longer feeling like it has glass in it, he's just like, still a bit of a stinging there, but I think that'll fade with time.
I know my mother said to help you guys out, but damn, you guys are frail.
I can't even dispute that. You're right. Speaking of which, Sophia like turns to Natsu. How did you and Keely not become dead? Because y'all were really in that cave.
As you say that, Keely just gives a slight cough as you see just this slight puff of what looks to be a yellowish gas just float up into the air.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was all fine.
And yet I don't seem convinced.
And Tomoe's in the bathroom right now.
I know, I saw the message.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I need to go.
As,
we're just gonna
I think
bang.
it's more of a
I go bathroom.
narcotic.
Go to the bathroom.
But before that, let's say. Wait, what happened? Let's say Kira and Alex, they left before Sophia came back in, and he went to go. He was really exhausted after using his scroll, so he went to go meditate in the quarters.
Okay.
Hooray.
So you made your way over to the crew quarters and are relaxing. That's good.
He's gonna.
Oh, yes.
What can I use? He's gonna use trance. Actually,
Nice.
it says I
Trait
can
of being.
do that, but I'll
Yeah, you
get
can do
back
that
to
instead of
that.
sleeping.
I'll get back to that after. I go bathroom.
All right. So
After all that, can we long rest?
give it a minute. And that you will be able to in a minute.
Okay.
With that,
Mm-hmm.
as is going on, Lyra just looks amongst you all. Kind of puts a hand up to her face, kind of wiping her brow. You know, maybe going on this job wasn't the best idea, because I've been more stressed over the past few weeks than I have been my entire life.
I feel that, though. So says Sophia, like giving a thumbs up, not raising his head.
And a good majority of that is coming from you, Sophia.
I feel that, though.
And Mac.
In my defense,
Not to
Lyra.
mention all the...
In my defense, Lyra, you have not known me to make many good choices.
Yeah, and it makes me question why I still hang around with you.
Because I'm your favorite student. And your best. And your only.
You've got me on the last one.
You know,
Well,
not...
if he's your only student, doesn't that automatically make him your best?
I mean, I would say that my best student would be one that I've yet to meet.
So,
Looks over to Sophia. Man, she hates you.
I'm gonna make an intelligence check for Sophia real quick to see if he can... Yeah, he can. So...
What, just understand what she just said?
No, because he's gonna understand what Atlas said and then respond with, wait, if me being her only student means I'm her best student, doesn't that also simultaneously make me her worst student?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, no. Lyra, I'm sorry I'm so bad. He seems like weirdly genuine about that apology.
I think Larry just seems more confused, if anything. Just probably being able to tell that you're being genuine. But that genuine, like, comment is just more throwing her off, if anything. Like, you know what, I'm not thinking over this right now. Either way, you all need rest. Me and Atlas here can try and figure something out for him, as Lyra gives a gentle pat to Hutch's bare chest.
Yeah, you do that. I think I need to think about some stuff. Sophia says, like, sort of walking himself towards, not really like the crew quarters, but like the captain quarters where he was previously.
Mm-hmm.
And let me think. Would he? Yeah, I'm gonna say that he would want to, so he'll motion for Natsu to like follow him, like look at her somewhat expectantly, and just make a gesture that says, "Hey, come on."
Okay, I'm coming.
Uh,
And
Atlas would just be. Go on, Super.
no, I was just gonna say they would both go to the captain's quarters if Natsu follows.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Atlas would just be helping out Lyra, and afterwards, probably go to the like, where's the figurehead of the deck?
Oh, you want the picture of the deck?
Like the mast. No, yeah, I guess he would go to the mast afterwards, or like off to the side, like looking over the side directly across from the mast. As I guess after helping out Hutchis, he would pray.
Ah. Gotcha. All right. So
And rest.
after assisting Lyra for as much as you can, you eventually, helping Lyra, you move Hutchis over into that of the crew quarters, laying him down on one of the beds. You pass by Kira, who seems to be in some form of meditation. Something you recall a dear friend of yours would do instead of sleeping.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Just give a smile at the at this Lyra's stance, because it reminds him of home.
Kira's stance.
Yeah, sorry, Kira. You get my point.
You said Lyra, but
I know, because I was helping her out.
yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Either way, after that, you go in to begin your prayers. Keely, I imagine similarly, you'd probably go and start preparing for rest for the night.
I would, but I'd also like to know the progress on Hutchis.
Mm-hmm. I'll say that before you go and start training in for the night, you have a chance to go and speak with Lyra. As she looks over to you, looks back over at Hutchis as he lays on the bed. Like, well, it's not looking great, admittedly. We need resources that aren't here. I mean, there's a chance that Dragon's Rest has what we're looking for, but at the moment, it's hard to say if we'd be able to make it in time.
So the progression will get worse.
I can do what I can to try and slow it down, but yes.
Would tying him down to the bed be a suggestion?
Well, if we happen to not make it in time, it would keep him from, biting us, so.
I see. Then I'll see to it.
Go ahead.
And then I'll just tie him down to the bed, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, I believe you do have rope to do this, yes?
Yes.
Gotcha. So with that, you go and use that of your rope to go and start tying down Hutchis. Afterwards, we'll say that you go and start preparing for rest.
Yep.
And with that, I believe we shall go ahead and take a look back over to Sophia and Natsu, who are off in the captain's quarters.
Sophia, I'm so tired.
I know you are. I know. Sophia is like, as they're chatting, like looking over her body, making sure there's no lingering wounds or anything that hasn't been patched up.
Mm-hmm. Looking over Natsu, she looks fine. You can see, like, on small patches of her body, some of similar black veins to that of Hutchis, and the late noodle boops, though they don't seem to be spreading anywhere. If anything, it looks like maybe they're shrinking.
That's good.
You can also see small black stains on the sides of her mouth, and that of these what looks to be like almost dark handprints on that of Natsu's shoulders, where the woman had grabbed her.
Hey, how's that pretty little head of yours doing? He says, like, rubbing her, like, ruffling her hair a bit.
I think it's fine.
You think or you know? I need you to be honest with me.
I don't know.
Well, try to
Probably fine.
try to think about it.
It's probably fine.
Fine, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. And what about the rest of your body? Nothing wrong?
I don't think so.
You sure you don't feel
Besides
anything?
those weird, veiny thingies.
Yeah, I
just
think
feel really, really tired. And
I think those will
sleepy.
sort themselves out soon enough. I just wanted to double check and make sure you were okay.
I don't think I'm in any danger.
Sophia's expression like softens a bit upon hearing that, and he sees her whole demeanor and is just like, good.
Are you okay?
That is the million gold question, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you sure you're okay?
Sophia looks like he's about to respond, and then like oh, sorry, go ahead.
As you're about to respond, just off of the corner of your eye, you can see like that of just the faint silhouette of Manny's cloak. You're not sure if it's actually in the room or not, but you recognize the shape being cast as a shadow on the wall.
Shelving what he was about to say, he instead responds with, I think that's about to change in a drastic fashion.
Huh? Why do you say that? What's gonna happen, Sophia?
No clue. But much like with anything on this journey of ours, it probably won't kill me.
Probably? I don't want you to die.
Yeah, and I don't want you to die either. Yet it seems at every turn something happens to put you in mortal peril, and somehow I escape by the skin of my teeth. It's not fair, and personally I don't like it. I know that you're strong, stronger than most people I've ever met. That doesn't mean you're invincible. You can die just as easily as I can. But for some reason, every encounter we've been in, I just don't like it.
Please, just be careful, Sophia. Okay?
That's my line to you. You're the one who's always almost dying.
It's not intentional.
I know, but I mean, think about it for 5 seconds. How many times have I rushed into the battle, head first, standing right in front of the enemy, and they just ignore me, go straight for you?
It might be because I look very small and fragile. So they think they're picking on maybe the smallest in the group, who's probably the weakest. But they're wrong.
I know they are. Listen, Natsu,
Yeah?
I'm sorry. For how I've been recently. And for how I'm going to be in the future.
Why do you say in the future?
It's hard to put into words, but it's like I can feel myself getting worse. Not physically, but in some kind of way that I can't undo.
The only thing I ask is that you never lose sight of who you are. Okay, Sophia?
I'll do my best.
Promise me that.
Sophia sort of, gets down to eye level with Natsu. And without breaking eye contact. I promise. I won't forget.
Can I give Sophia a hug?
Nothing's stopping you.
I give Sophia a big hug.
There you go.
Sophia is caught off guard by this and for a moment hesitates to return the hug, but ultimately does so. All right.
Sophia, roll me a perception check real quick, please.
Who?
Oh no.
Sophia.
Good thing my perception's a +8.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I hope all my life that you get a high number this time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you better.
Give me your energy. Hiya!
I'm giving you.
Ooh, that's a 24.
I gave you a lot of energy that time.
That works.
Finally, a good roll again.
So, Sophia, as you go and give Natsu this hug, kind of returning the gesture, as you hold on to her, just very faintly, like almost to the fashion of like a TV channel coming in on an old CRT. You can faintly see the outline of some other figure. They look short with that of what looks to be a pointy hat. But you almost get the feeling that, A, you have a feeling you know who that is, and B, you're fairly sure you see them almost giving a nod of approval.
Sophia is uncertain how to feel about this.
Hi, Dad.
No, Sophia doesn't know who his dad is.
Different
I was
dad.
trying to make a joke.
Sophia, upon
I got
seeing this, feels like his chest tense up again, but ultimately, doesn't show anything other than that, while he returns the hug to Natsu, and then is like, well, that was all I really had to say to you, Natsu. I'll try to be better as we go along, but try not to get too mad at me if I stumble again.
I'll try not to.
Good. Now, off to bed with you.
Yeah, I'm very tired.
You're a strong girl. Strong girl needs her rest.
Mm-hmm. So, Natsu, I assume you go and leave the room?
Yeah.
Alright. So, Natsu, you make your way over to the crew quarters. Just find the closest bed. Just crawl into it. Out like a light.
Should I choose short rest or long rest?
This is going to be a long rest.
Woohoo!
Rest.
With that, everyone, you can give yourself a long rest. And secondly, we're going to take a brief detour while everyone is resting to Sophia.
Oh.
Just him.
Is it time?
Possibly.
It's time. What it time for?
So, Sophia, as you are resting, There's a moment in which you're fairly sure that maybe you've suddenly woken up in the night. As suddenly you feel like you're standing, and you find yourself on that of, these large planks of wood standing in the void of space. Just a dark void that surrounds you. As you hear the slight billowing of cloth approaching. Before from the darkness you spot that of Manny's cloak gliding down towards this platform you're on. Before Manny begins to materialize once again, taking that of a familiar shape, being that of the woman.
I thought I was losing my mind back there. Good to know it was just my literal demons.
I will say that she is certainly an interesting one to offer. I mean, quite full of herself, wasn't she?
Yeah, but she is technically a part of everyone, so I figured you'd be interested in getting her out of the way first.
Oh, always. Especially people in power. My. Subsidiary to a large company. How fun.
Sounds like you've got some information. Don't suppose you'd be
Well,
willing
of
to share?
course. You've given me her everything.
That was my intention.
But before you go and start asking me of things, I'm going to ask you of a few things.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming.
As, admittedly, I'm feeling a bit more confident, a bit more verbose. Maybe it's just the nature of who you've decided to give me first, but my oh my, do I suddenly have an idea of just what position I'm in. And it gave me pause to realize the position you're in. And just how much more I could give you. If you're willing to grant me something in return.
And what would that something be?
As Manny gives us a laugh, you can very faintly hear the sound of both the woman laughing, and very faintly you can hear yourself laughing at the same time, just very faintly in the background. As Manny looks to you with a grin. See, I've noticed a small something as you've been combating various foes, going against that of the undead. And since with the little bits of information you've already granted me, as they almost nonchalantly change shape to be that of yourself, taking a bit more of a stern, upright position. I've learned that you seem to not have the greatest use for that of some powers that have been granted to you from your lineage.
Sophia kind of snaps at attention upon hearing that. Choose your next words carefully, Manny.
Now, hold on. I don't mean any ill words behind it. But speaking from an outsider's point of view, and from someone who can offer you something in exchange for those powers, the abilities that your heritage has granted you have not worked well for you. Nearly every time I've seen you utilize such abilities, they have faltered. Your ice daggers never seem to explode when you want them to. Their aim seems to be off. Your magic missiles seem to, well, they land, not seem to really pack as much of a punch.
The fault with that
of,
lies.
hmm.
The fault with that lies squarely on me. I didn't exactly nurture this power. I was too focused on finding my own path in life.
See, you say that, but a sorcerer's power, which is what you are, doesn't come from training. You speak of a wizard. A sorcerer's power comes with time. And if you've gone this far and these powers are this underdeveloped, I fear that they may not be able to go further than this. And, well, I see the potential of such power, and I could, if you were to grant me access to them, bring them to a new light, bring you new strength, help you keep a promise you just made. I mean, you want to be alive long enough to protect the girl, right?
I'll give you credit where it's due. You play mind games as well as I do.
I mean, I've had a lot of time to observe.
You certainly have.
And you've given me a lot of material to work off of in this conversation alone. I've seen you raise your voice. And that's a lot to understand of what you're like and what situations you get riled up in.
I see. So this is your way of getting information on me.
I mean, I'd say it works naturally.
All right,
But
then.
yes.
What exactly would happen to my lineage power?
Well, I would say some fragment of those powers may remain in the end, but these powers will be transformed and utilized into something new. Something that will definitely be able to help you a lot more readily. I mean, your powers come from that of your, I'm going to assume, mother?
Sophia distinctly does not confirm nor deny.
You forget you've mentioned where such powers came. I just wish to recall.
Then yes.
But... Ah, I see. But I believe that I can bring to you a new closeness to these powers than you've ever experienced. And, in turn, also increase your capability of using my powers.
Well, you make a compelling argument, and as much as I'd like to say no, there's no denying that, on some level, I can't use my mother's power like I'd like to. I'm just not as good as her.
In time, I believe you will be greater than her. But who knows? If only she were here to teach you, right?
The dead don't come back. Not without a lot of money and power.
Well, you're halfway there if you take the deal.
Sophia remembers for a moment that he has a platinum piece in his pocket. Actually, I might just be fully there if I take this deal.
Well then, shall we? As Manny offers up essentially your own hand.
So, just a quick question before I go any further with this. We're going with the origin we discussed, right? Like how it happens?
I believe so.
Okay. So, Sophia begins stepping closer to Manny, hand outstretched, ready to lock hands. And at the very, last few inches, before he can fully commit to it, Sophia in his mind hesitates. Like, am I really willing to give up the only real connection I have with my mother, who I may never see again, even if I acquire power and money? He hesitates. He touches Manny's hand a bit as if to try and force himself to commit. But it's like something in his mind is stopping him from it in this moment. Like he needs some kind of extra push.
As you're hesitating, Manny kind of looks up to you. Just says, "My arm's getting tired. Are we going through with this or not?"
Saphir inhales sharply and basically forces himself to clasp his hand with his other hand. Reaches over and just forces the handshake.
So, as you go and commit to this handshake, there is this brief moment in which you see Manny's cloak unclasp around his neck as it almost wraps around his arm like a snake, as it curls past the arm onto you, as the cloak clasps at your neck, and you feel this odd pulse within you, almost like a large heartbeat that encompasses your chest in its entirety, as you feel something begin to be pulled away and placed within you, almost at the same time through May's handshake. All the while as this is happening, you see these slight motes of light almost seem to occasionally flitter out of you. Mostly around your heart region, as these small motes of light kind of move off to the distance and just start coalescing into a small orb. Manny looks over to the orb with almost a confused expression. For almost as quickly as this situation began, Manny lets go as it stops. Manny's cloak unclasps itself from you as it floats over back to him and reconnects itself, as you lose feeling in your legs, causing you to fall down. And the minute you do so, you suddenly wake up in that of the real world. And as you wake up, you feel something something on your chest.
What was that? Sophia looks down to his chest.
As you look down to your chest, you see what looks to be a very small, almost Alex-sized, really, person. It looks like a girl. You see that of small wings, coming from her back as she rests upon your chest. She looks
what have I done?
vaguely familiar.
What have I done now?
As this happens, everyone else. You all begin to wake up. Kira, you've been up for a while. You got your sleep in like super quick. You just had to get trance in.
Let's say
During this
Kira,
time.
now at least his appearance is different now, somehow. Now
How is it different?
his hair was like this, had this golden color. Now it's like this snowy white with like sky blue tips.
Ooh.
And
I like
his
it.
skin is like this pale blue color to it.
Also, Arx, I'm assuming I should now switch over to the other character sheet.
Yes, please.
Doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. What I miss?
Yeah, so if you're just changing his internals, and suddenly there's a small person laying upon his chest when he woke up.
Cool.
Sophia betraying everything he's ever believed in for power.
Mm-hmm.
I need more
this time you'll
power.
be
lucky. Who would have guessed that Natsu's whole moment of having Sophia promise gave Manny some real ammunition to work with during that.
Hopefully this time you'll be lucky.
Oh, man.
All right. Either way. So, as everyone begins to wake up, Kira, during the extra 4 hours that you were up while everyone else was still snoozing, what have you been doing?
Say I don't know if anyone else would know what happened.
I'll be
I
right
guess
back. I
he
gotta use the
attuned
restroom.
to winter,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't do it like voluntarily, and I think he's unaware of it,
Gotcha.
so he doesn't know how he looks right now.
All right. All right. So, as everyone else begins to get up, Natsu, as you go and awaken, you see that of your father, sitting beside your bed. As you wake up, it's like, oh, morning, lass.
Dad?
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Good morning.
Did you have a good sleep? Pleasant dreams?
I did. It was so soft and serene.
Ah.
I dreamed I was with you.
Oh, really now?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you imagined you were with this, as he motions to the red cap appearance that he takes.
The minute I see you, I'm gonna give you a big hug.
And I wait patiently every day for it, lass.
I can't wait to see you, Dad.
I can't wait to see you in person there, kid. As you are bonding with your dear old man, it seems that a lot of people are missing, except for that of an Atlas.
You.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. I believe you said that you are praying up at the helm.
I believe that's what the part of the ship is called, like where normally where the like figurehead of the ship is in that area.
That's the bow.
Bow of the ship. Okay, not the helm. Bow of the ship.
The helm is where the wheel is.
Okay, in that case, yeah, no, I would be praying at the bow, at the front of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
up at the top.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No,
Really? No.
well, kind of.
Yeah, it's just
You're
some
missing
slight
something
thing.
like that.
Yeah. You missed a small moment of Natsu talking to her dad.
Okay, cool.
All right. So hold on to your situation, Atlas.
Got it.
We'll continue that in a sec.
Understood.
And we'll be able to do some fun stuff with Kira in a sec too, which is gonna be real nice. But with that, Sophia,
Yeet.
you've woken up and there's a tiny person on your chest.
Okay, alright, we're doing this now. Great. Who are you?
As you stay this and begin to stir, the small woman begins to stir as well. It's like, oh, hey.
Hi.
So, like, do you do squats?
What a random question.
That's the first word.
As she says this, she begins to kind of stretch slightly as she full on gets into the like paint me like one of your French girls pose, just laying on your chest.
Yeah, every so often. Didn't answer my question. Who are you?
Oh. See, I'm not sure yet. I think I was made 2 minutes ago.
Literally born yesterday.
Sophia
but born
Sophia like
ago.
begins shifting to sit up and like almost on reflex kind of places a hand behind this fairy to like ensure she doesn't fall over. And then like
As you begin to get up, just a moment, like, oh, as just rather suddenly, these downed wings from her back suddenly, flutter outwards as she almost just begins flying, almost floating, really, as she drifts backwards in the air and just looking you over. Wow.
Okay, so you don't know who you are. What do you know? Like, is this an amnesia type situation, or is it just a name you lack?
I mean, it's coming in pieces. Though I do think I come from you, so
How would that even? What are you?
I guess that means that you must be my dad. Okay. It's making sense now.
Okay, hold on. No, that's not how this works. Sophia like is raising a hand. No, how? Okay, no, I can't be your dad because who's the mom then? And also, that doesn't make any sense. I can't. He like looks down. I can't be pregnant.
I mean,
I can just
I don't
imagine.
know. I don't know if you can really deny it with my existence. But,
I feel like there are a myriad of other explanations that would better fit the situation than I'm your dad.
I'm sure you'll figure something out, but I'm gonna start calling you Daddy now, all right? Thanks, Daddy. So,
And she's just
Oh,
going
what,
off.
what are we going to be doing next?
Oh,
Suddenly, I have a very strong urge to go out for milk.
Well, I mean, if you're going,
you gonna come
for a milk run, I can come along.
No,
He's not
no, this is
coming
a
back.
special kind of milk run. No, like 2-minute-old fairies allowed.
Oh. I'm just gonna come along anyway.
Of course you are. Okay,
it's gonna be an eternal milk run.
there's
There's
a lot to unpack here.
The small winged girl just hovers over to the top of your head and just lays down, like puts her elbows out, rests her chin on her hands, and starts like kicking her feet.
Oh man, if only I had a clever visual way to represent this in VTuber format. Oh wait, I do! Bam! Finally, I can unveil this! It's only been like 6 weeks!
Hi. I'm real.
She's
Real?
real. Look at her. Look at how adorable she is.
I'm looking
If other people
adorable.
from our wonderful group here want to see the appearance of our wonderful fairy edition, you can see her over on Sophier's end.
And I would just like to take this moment to
She's got
say,
purple hair?
yes, she does.
Yes, she does.
Purple hair.
Oops.
I would also like to take a moment to say that yes, she does have a name. No, it has not been established yet.
Mm-hmm. He does have a name.
Okay, if you're just gonna follow me around, can you at least be useful?
I mean, I can try to be.
Fine. You know, this is a thing that's
So-
happening now. We're just gonna roll with
So-
it.
Hey, so what do you need help with? Like, can I help you be less of a grump? As you feel her doing that thing where people like walk their fingers. He just walks them down the front of your forehead.
So Sophia like sees this happening and is like, yeah, I don't have the patience for this, and begins walking. Just begins walking out. Not acknowledging any of whatever she's doing.
Yeah, as you're walking out, she just goes and slides off the top of your head onto your shoulder. Just leans against your face.
Well, aren't you the
You know,
cuddly
your
one?
face is really comfy.
Phrasing?
What, do you want me to be more explicit?
You need to be stopped.
I need to keep going.
I've created a monster. This is what I've done. This is my life now. Okay, well, time to introduce you to everyone, I guess.
As you go and finally make your way out of the captain's quarters, you would faintly hear the sounds of someone who is outside on the deck. Kind of sounds like Atlas. Atlas. I believe you are in the midst of prayer.
Yes. Atlas would be Atlas would be at the bow of the ship, clutching his, like holding his emblem around his symbol around his neck, almost like in a gentle caress in his grip as he prepares to pray, collecting himself. As he starts to pray. Do you wish me to speak the prayer that I thought of, or
That is entirely up to you if you want to represent what the prayer is like, if you want to just leave it ambiguous. It's on you. You're the player here.
What the prayer
yeah, I
is.
think I'll speak the prayer because I think it helps. Because I am a cleric, so it actually should. So Atlas closes his eyes and speaks in a very caring and subtle tone with very much full in its presence. Mother of my creation, the great scarlet star of infinity, watcher and maker of stories and laws, please heed your creation's call so that I may have guidance and clarity.
As you offer up this quick prayer, if you have a brief moment that almost feels like a vision of you seeing what looks to be a red figure cradling what seems to be the world in its arms before, the vision fades.
Okay.
As happens, Sophia, you hear this whole thing.
Can it be one of those bits where it's like he's deep in prayer and it's super serious, and then all of a sudden just door slams open? I need you to stop whatever you're doing. It's freaking me out.
That would work better if Atlas was in the crew quarters.
Well, I'm leaving the crew
Atlas
quarters.
is-
I thought he was on deck.
Yeah, Atlas is on the bow currently.
Well, Sophia would be shouting it so he could still hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, don't interrupt a man in prayer.
I wasn't talking to you!
Mm-hmm. As this is going on, everyone who is currently in the crew quarters and is waking up, the door slams open as Sophia, as he mentioned, goes and grabs all of your attention.
He Atlas just kind of gets up and is like, man, you better have not done something weird again. As he grumpily just stomps down the stairs.
I don't think weird's a good descriptor for this one. I have no clue what I've done.
It's too early.
Then why did you even do what you did?
I didn't do it intentionally!
As you're saying this, Natsu, as you look over to Sophia, you see that Sophia has a tiny person with wings resting on his shoulder.
Wow! That's awesome, Sophia! Who's that?
I don't know, and neither does she!
Well, she looks very nice.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can Sophia...
You look lovely too.
Can Sophia immediately, like, place hand over her mouth and be like, I need you to not say...
Your hair.
Like, place his hand over mouth. I need you to not say any words to her ever.
I must protect the actual child.
What? Whose mouth did you cover?
I am covering the fairy's mouth, just like, as she's flying there, just like, nope, you're not allowed to talk to her. You're not allowed to talk to her.
What? Come on! She's so nice!
She's a
Why
bad
can't we
influence.
Why is she a bad influence? We've barely met each other.
I've known her for 3 minutes, and I already am tired of her.
come on, shit me that.
Push your hand away for a second. I've known you for longer than 3 minutes. It's been 4 minutes. And besides,
It's been born.
she is lovely.
Sophia is just a grump.
So-
Yeah, he is.
How
Quite the
sweet,
He's just a
talkative
grumpy
little
old man.
sweet Manny. There's 2 of
Uh,
them.
As you say this, Atlas, and he looks over to you. You have a brief, like, almost nauseating sense of deja vu with how closely she resembles that of your closest friend back home. You do see the resemblance, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, that aspect of this was not planned.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a
I
lot
want
planned.
you to know, there's a lot planned for this. Them resembling that character that from your thing, entirely accidental.
Yeah, so to
It's-
simplify it as much as I can, my VT Papa made the design for the fairy entirely from scratch. I had no influence over it whatsoever. The only thing I contributed was the hairstyle.
As soon as Atlas would see the fairy's face, you just see him like almost like dumbfounded, like he doesn't know what to say, like the words are caught in his throat, like because he doesn't know how to feel. It's just like,
There, see, look
why?
look what she did. She broke Atlas. Bad influence. Stop talking to her.
Why do you look
He
like
didn't
her?
break anyone, Sophia.
Why do I look like who?
He broke himself.
But he's not me.
I'm gonna be over here as he just walks away.
As is happening, Sophia, as is happening, you just hear being like, yeah, it's she seems to be a bit problematic. Just coming from somewhere behind you.
Huh? Sophia
It
turns around.
Sounded familiar.
Sophia immediately turns around like, what?
As you turn around, no one else hears that, by the way. You know, this other voice. As Sophia, you turn around and you just see the floating face of what kind of looks like your mom.
Are you okay, Sophia?
Sophia
What's
is
the matter, hon?
Sophia is experiencing so many emotions right now.
He's
So what you're saying?
Delulu.
Wait. Does that mean that there's 3 party members that have invisible, like, people only they can interact with and see?
Yes.
Yes. We are the insane people. We are the insane group. I love this.
Hooray for schizophrenic delusions. So Sophia
That's
look
not a wall.
Soph-
Not a rock.
Sophia turns
Wait,
around, sees the visage of his mother floating behind him, and is like, there's no way. No, I've gone insane. I have to leave. There's
He joins Atlas in the insane corner.
walks over to
Finally
Atlas.
lost it.
As happening, the visitor mom just goes, "Hon, you look pale. Did your sister make fun of you again?"
Oh, please don't tell me she's here too.
As you say this, you just hear this other voice that you recognize going, "What do you mean?" Bro, come on.
There is no way in any of the hells that this is real.
Any of them.
Hun, I'm getting kind of bothered that you're saying me and your sister aren't real. I'm just gonna be serious with you.
Okay, first of all, Sophia turns to the visage of his mother. Does he get the sense that this is actually his mother, or is this some kind of illusion to him?
Roll. God, how do I even properly roll this considering the nature of what this is?
No, I've done it. I've dumbfounded the DM.
It's like there's a lot of different roles you could use here. But
How do?
in this case, we'll go ahead and use Arcana.
Oh, great. That thing that I rolled poorly in before. I'm sure it'll be different this time.
Pizza.
Oh, hey.
You have a very high number.
Oh, hey, it was. 22.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, you're fairly sure something magical must be at play, but with how she's been speaking, she is pretty much exactly how you remember your mom, which is kind of starts making this a bit confusing to think about in the regards of it being some sort of trick or ploy.
So, here's the sequence of what happens. Sophia looks to the face of his sister, is like, this is not real. Looks to the visage of his mother, it might be real. Looks to the fairy, who I know you said looks vaguely familiar, and now he's connecting the dots.
Mm-hmm.
And promptly runs overboard.
How does, by the way, Sophie, how does the fairy look familiar, by the way? You know, just for our, audience.
There's a very vague resemblance in the fairy, of like how his mother used to look, like when she was younger. And upon realizing that, Sophia runs to the edge of the ship and begins vomiting.
Don't vomit, I'll vomit. Atlas says.
Atlas, roll me a con save at disadvantage.
Damn it.
I'll vomit.
Okay,
Anyway,
con
also roll me a con save at disadvantage.
I'm joking, but I will do that.
Okay. So 16 total.
16 total.
Con save.
Atlas managed to keep it in.
I mean, Tilly hasn't spoken yet. He doesn't even know what's happening. As cartoonishly carrying an anvil over Hutch's. Haha.
There are several things about this entire situation that are not okay. And I don't have the time to go through all of them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about, Natsu? Says Sophia, who is gesturing to, like, empty air and also the fairy.
I like the fairy. She's nice.
What do you mean, the fairy? What about...
And you're nice, too.
Does she have a name?
Name?
Problems to sort out later. I need to process. Because there's... Natsu, you see it, right? Gesturing to now just empty air. Like, specifically not the fairy.
I don't see anything, Sophia. Are you sure you're okay?
There's no way. Mom, tell them that you're here. They have to see you. It has to... Wait a minute.
Do you need to check into a doctor? Oh, wait.
A realization sort of begins to dawn over Sophia as he stops gesturing wildly at the empty air and is like, you can't see them. None of you can. Only I can.
Well, it might be the same reason as to why you guys can't see my dad.
I don't think it's the exact reason, but definitely something similar. Okay, so long story short...
Just counting on his fingers.
So long story short, my mom and sister are talking to me now.
Ooh, look
The
at
minute you
you!
say that, Layra finally comes out of the room, just going, "What is?" As she hears you say that, she stops at the door, and then goes back into the crew quarters.
As she should. As she should.
So Sophia looks at that and is just like, "Yeah, I wish I could do the same." Unfortunately, I
Atlas just
think
kinda,
I'm
like,
stuck with them.
Atlas just holds up like 3. It's like, and as he points a finger at Natsu, points a finger at you, points a finger at himself. So we have 3 people here now with family members watching over them that other people can't see.
I guess so.
Yep. And unfortunately,
As he
from
points over,
yeah,
he then points over to Keely and
Kira.
Kira. And
mm-hmm.
he just points over to them as like, so where are you two gonna have like weird overlooking families?
I don't know.
I console with my dear elder sister. Elsewhere.
For
Yes, Kira, when are you going to have long dead family members resurrect in the form of a shapeless head floating next to you?
Wait, the who do what?
Maybe if they die
Where?
once.
Who?
You, Kira. When are you
Or
gonna
maybe
when are
if
you
they're
gonna have a
turned to
long
death.
dead family member resurrect and follow you around in ghost form?
Hun, I feel maybe you shouldn't be saying such macabre things to your friends.
Okay, first of all, mother, if that even is who you is.
is who you is.
Now, don't you take that kind of tone with me, young man.
Or what?
I think he needs space.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I
don't wanna deal with family drama.
Arms, but I will bend you over my knee.
You don't even have knees anymore!
We should check on Hutchins.
Agreed.
Yeah. Let's go see Hutches. I think he's more important to Sophia.
As you Atlas in his very large frame just like tiptoes out, tiptoes towards it, just trying to look inconspicuous, but accidentally managed to do this conspicuous thing.
As this is going on, I was like, now you just wait a minute. Now, it is quite rude to go and bring up someone's lack of knees. I thought I raised you better than that. Just like Sophia and
Sophia is just stun locked.
Aaron's mom just arguing as everyone leaves.
Why am
Sophia-
I imagining like a Looney Tune scene with this?
Sophia fires back with, "Yeah, you did raise me better, and now look at where I am! Significantly worse!"
Slowly closes the door.
You know, I raised you to be a good man, not to become a thief. But what have you been doing since I originally passed on? This is a, you know what? You're really disappointing me right now.
You did
We're saying
not!
Yeah, Sophia, you gotta be better.
I have words for you later.
I have one for you later.
This isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't real. I gotta get out of here! Sophia runs into...
Jump.
My head. Yeah. This is real, Sophia. Feel the heat.
Why is there 4 of them now?
Why do I imagine Sophia diving off the ship into the water trying to escape?
No, he wouldn't do that. He's just gonna run into the nearest room that is not the captain's quarters or wherever Hutchis is. So probably like the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna like...
That's funny.
As you're walking in, just to be like, and another thing.
He's
Before
gonna-
we cut over to everyone else.
Can I say he's gonna
It's
try...
horrible.
He's gonna try and find like a barrel or something to hide in.
Mm-hmm. So, as you go and do this, everyone else, while Sophia, combats his inner demons, you go and make your way, back into the crew's quarters. As you all look over Hutchess, he looks about the same as he did yesterday. Black veins covering his body. His breaths are shallow.
Is there any way that I can help him?
At this moment, not really. We don't have the tools or the means.
I know. I want to try something. But I don't know what to do.
As you say this, you do see, that of your father also watching over the situation. As he takes a few steps, kind of sliding between, the party members just to get a good look at Hutchess. As he glances over at you. Lass. He's definitely in a poor way, but he seems like he'd be a great asset for once he come on down. Could be a wonderful foot soldier in that of my eternal war with that of the rest of the Hells.
Dad, is there any possible way that there might be something I can do to help him?
Yeah, well...
Just anything.
Not to roll my insight, please.
Insight. Got ya.
She's going to see inside the mind.
$17.
Dang, alright. So, as you're looking at your dad, looking at his expression, you have a feeling that he does know some way to help Hutchess, but he hasn't said anything yet.
Please, Dad. Anything. I just want to help him. If there's anything that you know, please.
I do have a way that I could aim to help your friend here, though he's never going to be the same.
What would it do to him?
This ought to be good.
I mean, I guess he'd be a bit more like you by the end of it, though I'm not sure if he'd have quite as much control as you do, lass, by the end of it. But he will be alive, and gauging by how long it took you to get out here, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to make it to port to get what you need to save him before that time, so... it's up to you if you'd want to take that risk, lass.
How long does he have left?
I'd give him about 2 days.
Do it.
Well, then you're gonna have to be my hands for a minute there, lass, because you're gonna have to get yourself down and dirty with a ritual.
Well, then so be it. I want to do anything that I can to help him. He's important to me. Even if he might not be the same, I'd rather him be alive than dead.
As this is happening, everyone else, you're hearing that of Natsu's side of the conversation.
I was gonna suggest, like, I was wondering if I could, like, cure wounds to, like, slow the process down. Or would that do nothing?
So, On your thing of slowing the process down, Lyra has been already going through the efforts of doing that.
Hmm. Okay.
Already did her a check. She rolled like a 23.
Ah,
Hmm.
good.
Like it's those 2 days is the time she bought for you.
Got it. But so what I'm hearing is Giga Chad hushes. He's gonna lift that morning star, right?
Yes, I am so here for this.
Is that what I'm
Morning
hearing?
Star.
He's gonna lift that morning star.
The Morning Star.
Hmm. Give
Noodle
me a
bops.
brief sec. Natsu, I sent you a message.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. All right. So as this happens, so as it goes on, your father begins to start conveying you various instructions.
What do I need
As well, first you're going to need that of a spell circle. And with that, you're going to either need that of some blood-infused chalk, or, better yet, your own blood.
I'll use my own blood then.
Well, find a knife or something and prick your finger. You're gonna need to start making a big old circle on the ground to lay him in, and then make a big old symbol in the center.
Alright then. Does anyone have a knife or something sharp?
Killy passes her
Wait, why?
one of his arrows.
All you said, all we heard, well, all I heard,
Thank
you were
you,
using your
Keely.
blood to what?
You do what you need to. He pats her head and then sits down.
I guess we're allowing this. Atlas says is he just kind of just throws his hands up at this point.
Yeah, as you do this, Lyra is like right next to you. It's like shaking her head, kind of. She's like, I don't know. I've stopped trying to stop her from doing these weird things at this point.
She'll be fine. If she doesn't have enough blood, we'll just, cleric things.
I'm still getting used to you people.
So,
I don't understand you.
as you guys saying this, Kira, you've been in the room, just watching this whole scene.
I think I've lost eons of roleplay.
Yeah, again, this is why me and you need to do a one-on-one thing, and I need to help you with.
No, I was I was actually waiting for a good time to do a thing. It never came up.
Dang.
Alright. I'm ready.
All right. Well, go ahead and pick your finger and start making that big old circle.
Alright.
Actually, can I aid Natsu by casting guidance on her?
Oh, allow it.
Life transference.
It's just like she obviously wants to save this tiny person. But I guess
Hmm.
saving a companion.
Natsu. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll me a d20. And Atlas, I believe guidance allows her to add on a d4.
Yes.
Okay. So after you roll your d20, Natsu, go ahead and roll a d4 as well and add them together.
Double checking D4 is triangular.
Yes, it is the pyramid. Good job.
Yay! She's doing it. She's
Well done.
D&Ding.
Learning.
D&D.
So, D20, and then add 4 to it, or roll the 4.
Add the D4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a 19 for the D20, and I got a 3 on the D4.
And so you add them together.
22.
There you go.
Sorry.
Well done. You did the math. 22 total. So, with relatively quick speed and hearing what almost sounds like some woman's voice in the back of your head to go, "You're doing great. Just a little bit more to the left. You almost started making an oval."
I love that this is just a comedy episode now.
Essentially, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay, wait a minute. Does that mean my guidance is just I cast schizophrenia on people?
Kinda, sorta.
You can give the gift of schizophrenic delusions.
That is wonderful.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm dying over here.
But right the way, moving on. So with this, you go and make that of a large circle.
There.
Your father takes a few steps closer. He's like, "All right, now try and follow my hand. You're going to make a symbol here in the middle of the circle."
Okay, I'll do my best.
Mm-hmm. As thanks to that of the guidance you'd received earlier, you managed to mimic that of your father's movements fairly well, eventually making some odd esoteric emblem placed in the center of the circle. As your father gives a few nods, "All right, good.
Okay.
I hope you know that this process is going to hurt a bit once
So
it starts
be it.
up. All right. Well, go ahead and get the lad to lay down in the center of the circle."
All right.
So you go and make your way over to Hutch's, pick him up. He's fairly light, if you recall. It's like a paper bag, really. But rather easily, you manage to lay him onto that of this blood circle.
Okay. Done and done.
All right, lass. You ready for the last step?
As ready as I'll ever be, Dad.
Mm-hmm. The only thing you need to do now is simply utter the words, "Archdevil Gorith of the Nine Hells, I request your aid." I can take care of the rest from there.
What was the beginning?
Archdevil Gorith of the Nine Hells.
Archdevil Gorith of the Nine Hells.
I request your aid.
I request your aid.
The minute you say this, Natsu,
Yes.
on your character sheet, can you go and click on your HP?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You see on the bottom left, it says max HP modifier.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you put a -20 there?
Bruh.
-20.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do
You
I
see
do
what
now?
that's done? Well, if you click off the little box, you'll notice your HP is changed.
Oh.
Uh-huh. So, as you utter these words, there's this brief moment for everyone in the room as the room goes pitch black suddenly. As there's a faint rumble. Sophia, as you are in a barrel trying to hide from the visages of your mother and sister, you still hear them, and you're fairly sure they're in the barrel with you.
This is 100%
similarly-
not fair!
You similarly begin to feel an odd rumble coursing through the ship.
I'm sure it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Surely.
As
Everything's fine.
everyone who is in the room, you suddenly see the symbol that Natsu had drawn on the floor glow with that of a faint, reddish orange light. Before you see what seems to be a silhouette, rising from what seems to be maybe a shadow, or maybe a mist, or maybe even just a trick of the eyes. It's hard to almost have yourself look at the shape. Your eyes seem to naturally avert their gaze. But as this figure appears, Natsu, you suddenly feel from the small pinprick on your finger, you feel something get pulled out of you. You see a small stream of blood, suddenly come out and just flow into the air, for almost turning into a circle, ring above that of Hutch's. As you look over to the silhouette, your eyes don't avert or look away. You see that of a tall figure, broad, strong. See what seems to be large wings at their back, and big imposing horns jutting out from the top of their head. If anything, you're, even without being able to properly see who it is, just as a silhouette or a shadow or whatever it is, you're fairly sure you know who that is. And with that, you have a better idea of what he looks like now.
Who dat?
At least an outline. As you see this figure reach up, as this ring of your blood condenses into that of a small, what looks to be an orb, before the silhouette reaches down and gently pokes the orb as it turns into that of what looks to be an arrow. So it lodges itself almost with a blink of an eye right into Hutch's chest as it sinks in. And a brief moment, it all stops. The light comes back on, all the markings on the floor are vanished, and Hutch's strange black veins are suddenly receding. And in a brief moment, Hutchins suddenly opens his eyes and goes,
Hutchins, thank God you're alive!
as you just cheer, you see the sclera of Hutchins' eyes have gone black. And that is where we are going to end this.
Ah, dang it, I was hoping to go a bit longer.
Blood sacrifice! Fuck yeah!
Apologies, but as mentioned, we're not going nearly as long as last time. People got jobs and stuff and things they got to do.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I'm going to see a house tomorrow. We're going to see a open house. So I have to be up early.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to be accommodating to that of our players.
I know, I'm just being a
Yeah,
whiny
they have to
little
be there,
B word
like,
because
before 10
Lumi's still
a.m.
streaming. I can't say the actual word.
I mean,
The
we're
word.
past the beginning. We could.
Alright, I'm just being a whiny little bitch.
There we go.
a little beach.
I just want to take a moment and say that I am so happy to finally unveil the fairy toggle. She has been ready for like 3 weeks, but she was in the works for about 3 weeks before. And
Mm-hmm.
that was during the time that
Jeez.
like, we weren't able to get together for D&D, which at the time I was like, "Oh man, I'm so happy I have time to get this ready." And then she was ready and now it's like, "Man, I wish we'd get together for D&D."
Finally got together.
Oh, I've been
What was
sitting on
going
this.
through your head, Sophia, when I made that sigil-looking thingy with a blood circle, huh?
Me? My thoughts were fucking I head empty, my dude. I was sitting there being like,
What's
I am
that?
about to be tormented by 4 individuals now, 3 of which I cannot avoid. There is so much about to go weird with Sophia, and I am all for it.
Honestly, I like the story Sophia and Natsu are going through. It's pretty fun.
Don't worry. I want to go and give some more love for Keely and Kira as well. The problem is that I need to go and have a real sit down with Lumi in regards to their character
Mm-hmm.
and just give Lumi a chance to really figure out how they want to play that character.
How do?
Exactly. You've proven my point in a single statement.
Anyway,
Well then.
time to wrap up.
And the Keely stuff, I do have some ideas, though I still want to talk a bit more with that of Focat.
You got it, boss.
Some ideas for that. Anything, I just need to further develop the areas in which Keely's plot becomes relevant.
Well
I
then,
have
without
plot.
further ado, I shall.
Every character should have
Sit.
plot.
Okay,
I have a
if we're all
story.
Everyone.
good night, people. I will be ending the stream on
Night.
my end as well as the recording. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Good